50 and struggling to lose weight. Is that where you're at? It's definitely where I'm at right now. What's going on? I shared with you after the wedding that I had gotten off track, that I'd gained some weight. And since then, I've struggled, not gonna lie. I've struggled to get back on track. I'm trying to get back in that mindset. You know, willpower doesn't work. They say friend power over willpower. You got to have an accountability partner. And so Sarah and I, you know, we're like, okay, we're going to get back on this thing. We're going to start eating the right way. It's not a diet. It's don't restrict yourself. You want to eat, you know, Ken Berry says proper human diet. Apparently, I have an addiction to junk food, and I gotta get, you know, it took a little while last time to get it out of my system, and apparently it's going to take a little while again this time to get it out of my system. But I refuse to get back to 340. I just refuse. That was a bad time in my life. I was there for way too long. It took several events for it to snap, to click, to Todd, you got to do, you know, you got to change it up. You got to do something different. I didn't share this, but a few months before starting this journey, a good friend of mine, I hadn't seen him in a while, but a good friend of mine passed away. We'd worked together for many years, and you know, just out of respect for his family, I don't want to, you know, mention his name here, but I was asked to say something in his service, and it was an honor, and hopefully I honored him well. But we worked together for many years and knew a lot of the same people, and so when I got up to speak, I saw a lot of familiar faces out in the crowd, and Sarah went with me, and BJ and Amber, they went with me as well. And so afterwards, there was a little reception. They were serving some food and drinks, and the four of us were talking. But I really wanted to get out there and say hi to the familiar faces I haven't seen in a long time. Some of them were employees, some of them were customers that worked with us at the restaurant. And I'd go up to them, and I'd say hi to one person, and I'd go on to another person. And it dawned on me after talking to a few groups, they know Todd Yeakle. They didn't know I was Todd Yeakle. Let that sink in. I'd gotten up to 340 pounds. I was unrecognizable. They were talking to me but didn't know who it was. And I remember talking to one person in particular, and her daughter came up and said, "Mom, that's Todd." And she's like, "Todd?" And everybody was like, "That's Todd." They realized they were talking to Todd Yeakle. It was, I don't know, embarrassing, humbling, definitely an awakening. It was hard. It was definitely a hard time. But it really hit hard just how much I've changed. I guess it's around mid-40s is when it really started packing on, and I was 49 when I started this journey to live healthier. And so I refuse to go back to that. I do. You know, BJ and I just recently reconnected. Well, not recently, a couple of years ago, and he just shared with me when we reconnected and we scheduled a time to meet up, I got there first. And when he got there, I mean, this last couple of weeks he shared this with me. He didn't know it was me. When he walked in, he thought he was in the wrong spot. He saw a redhead with a beard, big dude. He didn't know it was me. So, got to get back to the right mindset. And really, it's I'm gonna do carnivore, ketovore, because that's what I can sustain. I can stay on longer than anything else. I'm not huge on vegetables. I do like an occasional onion or avocado, or so more ketovore kind of style is where I want to go. It starts with sleep, number one. I tell you that was probably the best thing I did, was really look at the quality of sleep you're getting and try to get 7 to 8 hours really good quality sleep. And then the second thing is, you know, just making sure you're getting your nutrients in. during the day. You know, or that's why I like beef. Beef is so nutrient dense. I mean, it's just packed full of vitamins and minerals. But make sure you're getting your nutrients in, and then try to get some type of exercise. You know, whether it's just a 10-minute walk after you eat. I like to do that max trainer a few times a week, 3 to 5 times a week if possible. A little bit of free weights, nothing crazy, but a little bit of free weights in there. Just something to fit your lifestyle. Even if it's just 5 minutes twice a week, that's more than what you're currently doing. Start there, and then go up, 10 minutes twice a week or 20 minutes twice a week, and just slowly build up. And this is what I did a year and a half ago, and it really started working well for me. I'd gotten down to 248. I was feeling great. Like I said, I got a little bit off track. I do plan on getting right back on track. And then the fourth thing is just eliminating as much stress as possible. I mean, I know that's hard, especially 2020. It's been a stressful year for everyone, I'm sure. Some worse than others, but try to eliminate as much stress in your life as possible. And so if you can focus on those 4 things, and I'm talking to myself here, I'm definitely not trying to be an expert. I'm not a doctor. Always consult with a physician before doing, changing up your meal plan. But I'm talking to myself here, and I got to get back on track. It's harder now than it ever has been, because obviously the older you get, the harder it gets. And so I'm going to get back on track. Carnivore diet, ketovore diet, that's my game plan. And then I'm going to start adding in more exercise, make sure I'm getting quality sleep, and eliminating stress. If you've been thinking about starting something, if you're at where I'm at now, or maybe a year and a half ago, and you need to get started, hey, reach out. Again, I'm no coach, but it helps when you have an accountability partner. It helps when you're doing it with others, okay? Reach out. I love the messages. Love the congratulations on the wedding. Thank you so much. That's awesome. If you want to know more about the carnivore diet, we have the Carnivore Survival Guide. It's just a quick start guide. It's kind of what I do because I like to keep things simple. I adjust it a little bit here and there, but it's really all you need to get started. It's free. There'll be a link below. If you really want to jump in, if you've been doing it but you want some more variety or whatnot, Caitlin and Ellen Week's book, there'll be a link for that too. They got recipes, meal plans, grocery list. It's well worth the investment. There'll be a link for that below also. To hear more about this meat-only diet, if you haven't heard about it yet, we'll put a link to that video right here. And until next time, God bless and keep grilling.